Jennifer, it's your big brother Billy here in Southern California, and I'm gonna totally hook you up. It just happens I'm making tri-tip today, and I am gonna give you kind of a quick video here on how I like to do tri-tip. And let's start with the software. So right here we've got tri-tip, and what's very important about your tri-tip, make sure you know which way the grain is going. Notice, if you will, my grain is going in a direction like this. This is very helpful when it comes time to serve it up. Continuing, I'm using coarse salt here. I like Morton's. I'm also cheating. I don't have coarse pepper, but I do have garlic pepper, so I'm going to use that. And then last but not least, to assist with the installation of the seasoning on the roast and make sure it stays, I'm going to use spray, cooking spray. This is very helpful. It's a cheat and it works great, and it gives you an awesome crust. So that's what I have in play right now. While my tri-tip has come to room temperature, I'm currently heating up a whole charcoal chimney full of really good brand charcoal. Let me tell you, I don't get paid by Kingsford, but these guys got it going on. Don't use cheap charcoal if you're using charcoal. And if you are using gas grill, it's okay. Turn your gas grill up to high. You have to have barbecuing fluid. In this circumstance, my barbecue fluid for the day is a white ale out of San Diego by the name of St. Archer. It's really good. However, you may prefer a type of barbecuing fluid that's the juice of the grapes. That's just purely a personal decision. But I believe whatever barbecue fluid you use, it contributes to the success of the end product. Okay, Jenny, next thing I'm going to do, fat side up, doesn't matter, whatever side you want to do first, and I'm going to spray a generous coat on top of the roast. Next, I'm going to sprinkle it down with coarse salt. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it could use, hey, let's put some more on here. Let's get that a nice coating on there. Next, I'm going to use garlic pepper. It's a combination made by McCormick. It actually works out really good. And I'm just going to go to town on it. And then, guess what I'm going to do? Hey, the stuff is cheap. Apply liberally. Okay, next, I'm going to flip that bad boy around, and I'm going to lather, rinse, repeat. Notice I'm generous in my application. I don't really measure it. I just kind of eyeball it. And that's pretty much our preparation of the tri-tip roast. Okay, Jen, the next thing you want to do after you rub your roast down, throw it over white hot coals or put it on your grill over direct heat. Now, what I'm doing here is searing it, and I've got the fat side down first. Go ahead and get a nice sear, and then once you've got it seared on the fat side, go ahead. And that's what we're looking for in a sear. You only need it about 5 minutes. And imagine, if you will, you stick your hand over the grill and you can't even count to 2. 1,000. Oh, that's very hot. So that's what we're looking for. I'm going to sear it on the other side, and then I'm going to move it away from direct heat. Okay, so now I got the roast off to the side here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, it's been sitting there for about 10 minutes, and I'm starting to hit some temps here. Okay. So what I'm seeing are temps that are not exactly what I'm looking for, but another 10 or 15 minutes and this will be okay. Okay, Jen, so now I've got my tri-tip roast off the grill. I got it up to a consistent 127, 125 throughout the roast. I poked it several times, and now I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes before I slice it up against the grain. And I'm going to let all those juices that migrated to the middle, they're going to start coming out now. Okay, I shared with you my secrets of tri-tip. Let me wrap this up for you. Let's review what I've done. First, we took a tri-tip roast and we were very generous in our application. We applied coarse salt, we applied garlic pepper. In the past, I used to do garlic powder and coarse pepper. In this circumstance, all I had in the pantry was garlic pepper. You can use that. Also, I used cooking spray. I wanted to get a nice thick crust, put on a nice thick crust all the way around. Next, I placed that roast over direct flame, direct heat, and I seared that roast. And you saw how nice and crusty I got that roast. That's great. I seared it. I put the heat to it. Next, once I get that sear, I moved it off to the side and we did an indirect cook. And that, in other words, we used indirect heat and we got that roast up to an internal temperature between 125 and 127. The tools that I used was a very nice Super Dilly Deluxe, oh my goodness, competition barbecue thermometer. However, you can also use this guy right here, common household meat thermometer, $7, local grocery store. For rare, I suggest an internal temperature of 120 degrees. Next, you set aside that roast. Once you get that roast to your desired temperature, you're going to set that aside. And you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes because it's going to continue to slightly cook, and all the juices that are in the middle are now going to migrate out. After 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, you're going to slice it thin against the grain. And when you slice it very, very thin against the grain, you're going to get lots of juices. And you know what you're going to do with those juices? You're going to sop those juices up with the very nice bread that you're going to use to make those sandwiches. Jen, this is how I make my tri-tip. Feel free to steal it. It's all yours. Run with it. Love you, mean it.